Damn. Gangsta. I'm already a huge fan of the series, and this episode continues solidifying my whole love towards this series. Once the series is over, I am definitely getting the manga. I am reading everything. Because Gangsta, you're fucking amazing. So, this episode 6 of Gangsta, the new Sunday anime and all that, since it changed from Wednesday to Sunday, we have some more flashbacks. Flashbacks with Worick and Nicolas and their childhood and how they were met and how they interacted before Nicolas ended up killing Worick's parents and family and all that. So there was that. And then we also had some revelations about Alex. And those revelations were the pimps, they would give their women, their prostitutes, drugs to keep them submissive. And when they go through withdrawals and everything, they start getting extreme hallucinations for the long, short run. They start clinging to their environment and things people gave to them, even if they have no meaning. And sometimes the extreme hallucinations drive them to suicide. And the extreme hallucination Alex was having was Barry. That Barry was still alive, even albeit bloody and everything, and following around. So when Worick ended up going home to where he worked and all that, and finding Dr. Theo there, who was patching up his arm because Alex had apparently freaked out on him and ran out and all that, he learned all this, and he thought she was doing better. He got careless, and she ran off, and she went back to her job of prostitution. She got a customer and everything, and then she doesn't even recognize Worick. She goes up to him and kisses him, and then starts unbuckling his pants, trying to get him. She doesn't even recognize it's Worick right away, and then she sees Barry right behind him, and she starts freaking out even more. Worick has to resort to headbutting her, to snapping her out of that whole hallucination for a while, and then he sits back and starts telling her about his crappy day, how he got rained on, his favorite shirt got ruined, he got handcuffed, and he had to drag Nicolas and another dog tag, both who were trashed and everything, to Nina. And the person, instead of Barry, that was coming up the stairs was Dr. Theo. He had decided to check up on her because she was exhibiting the signs and symptoms of going through the withdrawal from that drug, the TBs, that the pimps would give them. And that piece of paper literally had no meaning. He just gave it to see if she wasn't being affected. And she was. She kept that piece of paper and put it in the sign language book. So we got the whole revelation about that. And then we learned that the bullets that were shot into the kid dog tag and Nicolas were 3 times the normal dosage amount of downers. So the kid has a high tolerance to downers, so it's not going to affect him as too much. He just needs to be shot multiple times and injected with it multiple times in order to actually get an effect. Well, Nicolas is probably going to have a lot of trouble walking for a little while because there's a lot in there. It avoided breaking any bones, but it still got somewhat in there. And Nina patched him up, patched up the kid and all that. So, there's that. We learned that the massacre, the bodies and everything that were at in that warehouse, that Nicolas helped, identify some of them, they were all dog tags, including the B2. So, we got a lot. It's really building up now, because we have Monroe. The Monroe family is the one that's the saviors to Twilights. He takes them in, he's nice to them, he thinks they should save Twilights, while the Corsica family, I believe, is the one that hates them, and the Cristiano is one that's that doesn't care for them. And apparently the Corsica family is going after Cristiano, which is under the protection of the Monroe family. So it's going to be an all-out, big four war. And then we're eventually going to have the 4th one join in. And Gangsta, bro, Gangsta's getting really, really, really good. It was good before, and now it's getting even better. I love this. I love how we got some revelations. We learned a little bit more about Alex, and she even got some bonding moments with Work and all that, and even Work goes, well, it's all worth it because I gotta touch your fine behind again, Ellie. Can't get enough of Work. So yeah, we had and then during the flashbacks, whenever they would get whenever Work was bruised or Nicolas was bruised up and down the arms or elsewhere hit and everything or beaten by other people, they would just say they would fall down, and they knew exactly what they meant. And Work started reading a sign language book. He does his super fast recognition. Then he gave it to Nick, who we learned how it got burned and all that is because of a grenade. Nick went back after dropping it during the middle of a battle since people were trying to go and attack and get rid of a bunch of the dog tags, because a lot of people apparently hate the Twilights. So Nicolas was in there killing a bunch of protesters with everyone else, and Worick was presumably being beaten by his father in the mansion, or beaten by one of the people there. And they did a little foreshadowing. The page Worick ends up on in the hand signs book was kill. And we know Nicolas ends up killing his parents. And we were even revealed that Monroe pretty much took in the Worick and Nicolas and saved them, and they both owe a lot to him because he's like a father figure to them and all that. So yeah, there's a little foreshadowing that Worick might use that sign for Nicolas and everything. So all in all, I enjoyed this episode really, really good. I want more already. So be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more reviews, reactions, vlogs, talks, the usual. This is Worick Nation here, my lovely community citizens and civilians. I'll see you guys in the next review. So have a good day, read lots of manga, watch lots of anime, follow the links in the description, check me out on Twitter. I post a bunch of things. And go check out this anime episode, because damn, episode 6, Gangsta, nice. Anyways, bye-bye guys.